if we don't try and stand up, we will not see our generations grow because they are dying. A few months ago, I get to know the PEP, the party, because I have a friend in America send me the video. And when I watch, I see Mr. Phillip talking, and I like, but he listened to me or something, or he hear me, and he using some nice words who I love to use, but I can't use here. Right. And I thought it was only me alone like that. I thought I was the only one thinking like that, because I believe if you're a prime minister or you want to be a prime minister of a country, you're supposed to try to make sure that your people are happy. And you're supposed to try to make sure everything runs right. And if you're hearing people quarreling and dying, that's supposed to be a problem to you. Because it's a problem to your citizen, it's an outcry to your citizen. And nobody seems to address that problem. It's like every day, I just hearing it getting worse and worse. I accustomed to little grammar zone and little hanging. I am telling you, I accustomed to that and waiting for old people to dead. This why I see now, I used to watch it like in the Western. They just didn't have cars, it was horse. But now it's cars, but the shooting taking place like it's in the Western. And I am frightened and scared because I have children. And I have boys. And in this society, your boy children come like a target anywhere they go. Now, I don't want to stay long, but I just want to get this clear. The last thing that happened to Trinidad, I mean, it have plenty others after that, but again, I say I don't listen to the news. Is this youth man who get burned in the vehicle. I find I was triple, double. I don't know what kind of murder that is, but that was too much for me. I couldn't take it. I cried. And I try to watch to see if Trinidad and Tobago coming out real hard. Because you see, that little boy, that is my son. And if that is not your son, and all you can stand up for that, I have no hope for my biological children. That little boy have a family and a mother who hug him and kiss him, who pray for him. The same prayers we just ask the Almighty, pray every day for your family. She does pray. What happened then? Didn't he hear in her? There are a lot of us like to ball pray. All we does ball and I see on Facebook. We need to pray for Trinidad. We need to pray all day. We need to pray. 30 years ago, I hear that we have more churches in this place. We have more people going to church and we have more debt. Who are they praying to? Or they have to be praying to the wrong God. Because it have religions, everybody in a church, reading from the Bible, wrong from right. We know where is deceitfulness. We know where is going on the wrong path. If you is a leader, and you have another leader running your country, and you in a church, and you see that leader doing a set of wrong, you see my people in my church, I let them know don't follow that leader. He wrong. He doing wrong to the people of the country. We are suffering. We are in pain. When you still could go in the grocery and buy your food, and Sunday still could see a macaroni pie, it have people who can't. It have people who know about going and get back and neck and eating that for the whole year, so that when Christmas comes, they could sit and have a ham. You will know that. It have people who know about eating about farine and oil. I know about that. Some of you all don't know about that. I know about eating fruits alone whole day with seeing nothing else to eat. And to tell you the truth, it didn't feel no different to now. I am seeing and hearing a country with a lot of money. I am seeing where everybody could have been well off. Nobody will have to rob nobody for nothing, because them youths and them are doing robbery, and the bandits and all of them. One thing they have in common, they want is money. And when you have a country that have so much money and people have to be getting on like this, something is wrong. We have a leader, do not care. These people going with 20,000 houses in their pocket, and people can't get one. I watching houses empty, and when you go to AGC, they're telling you every house full, and I was like, no, I see a house empty for the past year. It already has somebody for that. Where they are? Where they coming? Is it Casper? Because if half people want houses, why are you having people waiting 20 and 30 years for houses? Why is every time it's election days when you just see houses given out? And I want my people, please, all it does make me feel real bad and yet kind of proud. Education is supposed to be something. You're supposed to try to make the people who are uneducated know you need to get. Don't make us feel that is something not to get. I could say the word. Jackass is a donkey. We don't know the difference much about it. All we know is a jackass is a donkey. That is all. We don't know female, male, whatever. All we know is a donkey. And in this time, in 2018, you telling me taking people with PhD, LMN, CO, all kind of alphabet in the letter, who say they educated, running and looking for student companion and dictionary and all these things to find out if jackass is a curse and if it's a bad word. They make me, who stay at my educational level right here in primary school, feel I went Harvard. And that, them supposed to be the people that we elect and put to run our country, who don't know. Country, please, let me do something for my people. Because them clowns we have there, them jackasses we have there, don't deserve none of us attention. None of us. I don't think we're supposed to convince wrong from right. And I'm not supposed to let you know if this one didn't work and that one didn't work, why you still going back on this one? Why you going back there? It's like here you hit and you get a busted, and you go back here, you get a busted, and you want to go back and hit there. Well, go forward. You will make it get bigger. It will hurt you more. If you know these two parties was there and they didn't serve us, I am just seeing more and more killing, people getting more distress. They are not good. None is good, none is better than none. And it have nothing like you is Indian and I is nigger. That nonsense gone. Because I in a mess right now. My father is Indian and my mother is Afghan. So where you playing me? Where you playing me? And I have the mixture in my whole family, so then what they leaving me, so then let us make it doughlarize, PEP. We have all right here. Right? So if you don't know where you're sitting, come right here. We fed up. We tired. I am tired. I am fed up. I tired cry. I cry for people who I don't even know. I cry if I watch. I don't watch. My kids go tell you. I never buy a gun for them since they're small. It was never a toy. They couldn't have slinging shot, it go in. I don't like violence. I don't even watch no gun shooting. I like to watch my little romance and cry. I like these things. I cannot take it. It is too much for me because I have my kids here and I have my grandkids here. And if we continue like this, our grandchildren is dying before our children. So that means if you only have 2 kids and they kill these 2 kids, where you going and let your fruits multiply? That's it for your generation, it's doomed. And not because it is not your child that get killed the other day, or it is not your family, or it's not nothing to you that you could only go, oh, that one, listen to me, it will reach by you one day. And I believe it reach, and most of us shame to even say anything. Every citizen in Trinidad and Tobago, I believe, lost a family by crime, and that is enough to not vote none of them party. Everybody lost a family and cry because of crime. Protect our people. We need our country forward. I need a better country. You need a better country. We all need a better country. And underneath them too, we not going and get it. They prove the point 55 years now. I, tired, fed up, frustrated, vexed, everything in one. And if you ain't fed up, tired, frustrated, and vexed, you like it so. I don't want that. So, when election day come, please, we'll orange, everybody, support the PEP. For change, we only could get better. I want better for my country. I want better for everybody. Because once everybody get better, then I could be free. I won't have to study nothing. All them fellas and them who you know if it's on Beetham, Sealots, Lavantil, John, wherever they are, I know if they had some kind of hope and opportunity instead of running to guns, because that's the easiest access. Guns and drugs, easier to get than a walk. If that was on a certain level, we would not have all this crime. So in other words, if they be protecting our borders, these drugs and guns can come in this place and have our men, our children, our generation dying out before our eyes. Please let us make a stand, everybody, for the betterment of our country and support the PEP. This is my contribution. Thank you very much.
Minister Choops, who walks in the house? Minister of Housing, Choops, when you say that, but I know that you all have been here a long time today. And I apologize that it went on so long. But we had a point to make. We had to prove that this is a significant political organization. You have seen and you have heard when Kerry Grant speaks of sport, Kerry don't speak of sport like he looking for work. Every time he speaks of sport, he speaks about sport in a way that tells you that it could help this country. He is coming from sport, from a position, because we know that our people are talented. And if given hope and opportunity, they will do well. That's how he speaks. Our housing policy leaves no citizen behind. If your minimum wage earners cannot afford to buy a home, that is not a minimum wage. That is industrial slavery. Our people deserve better. Our people, when you give a person the opportunity to own a home, all of the homeowners in this audience know this as a fact. When you give a person the opportunity to own a home, they now have a vested interest in this country. They want better. They want their street clean, their pavements good, their community working, their neighborhood safe. They want their constituency well represented. That is how you build a country. We have 750,000 nomads in this country that will never own a home. And I tell you this, our home ownership policy that pre-qualifies every single person that wants to own a home, it examines your credit, what are you working for? Because when we tell you zero deposit, zero interest, 30 years, up to $1.5 million, that means a starter home at $100,000 could cost a minimum wage earner, a security guard, a Subway sandwich maker, a KFC floor mopper, who working for $2,250 a month. Their mortgage payment would be $477. So they could then be able to leave something, a legacy for their children to come, a start in life. All of a sudden, people start to see Trinidad and Tobago not as a hustle, but as a home. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to vote into office a government that understands the importance of a minimum wage being a living wage. We have 7,000 farmers waiting for farmland. The most important profession in humanity is farming. If the lawyers go out of business, man survive. If the doctors go out of business, man survive. If the politicians and the lawyers go out of business, man might thrive. But if the farmer stop farming, mankind will die. And we have to understand and pay respect to our farmers. And we have to understand and pay respect to our teachers. And we have to understand and pay respect to our police officers. Because if those three professions are paid well, and they earn and they are happy in their jobs, and they deliver and they operate at a high level, the whole society works. Our children are educated. They do not have to choose crime as an option. We then start to become the first world nation people have been talking about for decades. I do not want to keep you back much longer. I want to thank all of you who took the time to come out today to stand up for your country. And I want you to give yourself a round of applause for that. Because you came out today. You came out today. And what you stood up for today, the message that you sent today was that this is not good enough. And we do not like it so. And we're not accepting it. And we want better. And if you can deliver, we will. This is a fully formed political organization. There is a lady in this party, her name is Sharina Lynn Ramkisoon. Sharina Lynn Ramkisoon is charged with the party organization. She is responsible for the constituency caretakers, and each of those caretakers will morph into an executive built out on the ground to team captains and street captains. So when election day comes, and it's time to fire all them bandits, we have the machinery to do so. Our political philosophy is that your representative must come from your constituency. No more must they pick up people from faraway places who do not know what life in your area is like and drop them here and tell you that is your representative. That can't work. You must have from among you somebody who knows the struggles of your community. Some places have crime. Some places have no water. Some places have sandfly and mosquito. Some places have all the above. We need representatives that could sit in the parliament and say, for my people in my constituency, this, sir, is the issue. The Progressive Empowerment Party has as its legislative agenda in its first year, recall, referendum, campaign finance reform. Those three amendments, you see when you hear Basley, Pandy, and the rest of them say, we need constitutional reform, but they don't tell you what that means. I tell you what we need. You need referendum. A referendum is like an election. It is a vote on the big issues. Should we abandon the Privy Council and have a Caribbean Court of Justice? We can't make that decision. It's the people's own. So go to the people and ask them. And let the people vote. And that vote will instruct the parliament. Should we have a death penalty? We can't make that decision. Let the people decide. And if the people say yes, empty death row. The vote and a referendum instructs the government. We need recall. Recall as a law will give you the opportunity to fire parliamentarians. And that power will make them work for you like they never worked before. Because right now, all you could do is hire them. And then they get to stunt for 5 years. They could do like Maxi and go and lie down in Washington and you can't tell them nothing. You need recall. Recall legislation is an undoing of the hiring that is an election. And you need that. Campaign finance. We say, no more stunting. Let your people who want to run for elections come and talk to you, because you keep voting for people having no idea what they stand for, what they stand against. You're voting red and ready and yellow and steady and getting the same foolishness no matter what. If you had campaign finance legislation that said $100,000 cap on each constituency in a general election, no more goats on stage. No more buying out the media and drumming you with stupid jingles that never do anything for you. Now they will have to come to you and speak to you and talk to you and get your feedback and give you an opportunity to say what you want. That is our legislative agenda. Our first agenda is to make sure housing for all is a reality. We want to fix education, abolish the child abusing SEA. We want to make all schools 10-year schools, zone schools, prestige schools. We want home ownership for all. We want a jobs program that leaves no citizen behind. So everybody will have a chance. We need a diversified economy that does not rely only on oil and gas, so that when oil and gas collapse, the whole country collapse. We need a government that understands that the well-being of the citizenry is the only reason for government. And the Progressive Empowerment Party pledges to you that what we're writing as our manifesto, Reboot the Republic, will come to you in detail and let you know not only what should be done, but how it should be done. And if you don't want us, take that same manifesto to the party you support and say, here, do this. This will fix Trinidad and Tobago. I want to say thank you to all of you who came. I would like to invite Danielle Jaikaran, who is going to be doing the vote of thanks, to thank everybody who helped us in any way to have this event. I would like to say thank you to everybody who assisted. Thank you to all of you who came. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's faith. But use it well before it's late. If it is that who you're voting, baby, on the out. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the proven to be yours, pull them out. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the time is now, that it should come about. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out. If they don't see, vote them out. Stain your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. Vote them out, pay total call and after this game. Let's put our country together again. Vote them out of power to regain the rain. Let's put our country together again.
PBJ 8296. PBJ 8296. If you're able to move your car, someone wants to move out. 1, 2, 1.